You know what time it is. Time to rant about a game I enjoy. You know, try something new for this channel. The way I'm going to start this is going to be a little different. The reason I want to throw another spitball at this game was actually based off of another criticism on the game. I, for one, found it funny, but also that it reflected on a very specific but also big problem a lot of people seem to talk about, including myself. Zenny, in one of his recent videos, made a quick stop to talk about what he won't be discussing.
I'm going to start by going over what I'm not going to be critiquing when it comes to this game.
Calling the average no-friend guy a complainer and using an ice cream flavor as an example.
Because, respectfully, some of you are morons. The response I've been seeing people have to the F word has been mind-boggling.
But I don't like peppermint. I didn't think that when I bought choc chip peppermint that I'd have to eat the peppermint. Why didn't they make it that I can ignore the peppermint and just enjoy the chocolate?
Now, as much as I love this sticking it to the big man attitude, trust me, it's all I love to do, I can't help but be confused when at the end of his video, his biggest gripe about the game is us ourselves. Making an example about how randoms are actually the biggest problem about this game.
Yay! Playing with two randoms in Nightreign is kind of like pushing a boulder up a hill as a team. Only one teammate keeps throwing himself under the boulder, and the other thinks they can make the boulder lighter by smashing their head into it.
Now I get one is a critique about being solo and playing solo, and the other is being solo and playing random queue, but both are a byproduct of said F word. Now, for sure, the game doesn't give you a good communication system. He explains that as well. But that's for both parties. What if your complaint about your party being in the storm
Teammates getting greedy and running into the rain and getting themselves killed on the second night
is actually because they tried to communicate to you that they were finishing a boss and you would have given them the damage they needed to kill it fast enough to get the reward and get out easy, right? The point I'm trying to make that I don't think is reflected enough is that I think we're too hard on our randoms compared to what we should be on the game and its makers themselves. Other than that though, I found the video really enjoyable and the work done to it has spoken volumes, despite some very noticeable cuts that could have used some retakes altogether. Alright, with that dusted off, let's talk about Where the hell is duo play? And I swear to God, if you start bashing your head against the keyboard telling me it's the menu right there, I will come to your house. This isn't a threat. This is a promise. If you read for once, it says 2 people with a password and 1 person who doesn't. Not 2-player matchmaking. No matter how much I wish it was true. And this one simply puts you by yourself. So to use an ice cream flavor for this myself, I want vanilla ice cream. And the game says, we have ice cream with choc chip sprinkled on it. And I say, I just want the ice cream though. Then the game says, we can take off all the ice cream and choc chip so you could just have the cone. But I don't want that. Well, too bad. Okay, yes, they have said already that they have overlooked duos and they'll be implementing it. This is just me getting some points in while they're down. Because frankly, this is a gross oversight to neglect the matchmaking system for their new match-made cooperative game. I won't talk too much about this because everyone knows this system is pretty slow for its more fast-paced setting. You should honestly watch his video on that because he reflects it pretty spot on, but there's some more problems I have with it personally. First of all, why fucking color coordinated? My biggest problem is that it's a lousy way to keep retention in your game, to keep on the grind. But colors, limiting pots and pans to put them into? Not only does it give it unnecessary jank, but can make a multi-hour long grind turn into hundreds if you aren't lucky enough. And I'm not talking about min-maxing, I'm just talking about basic character specific buffs. Even then, as a person who wants to try Revenant for her new take on a Souls gameplay experience, I can't for the life of me find Frost Stomp to add on her starter weapon, but that could also be because of another problem I'll explain later in the video. And because I should talk about it, let's talk about it. Okay, so we all know that after like 5 runs, you're gonna notice a pretty distinct pattern, right? You go to the churches, you go to the cave, you upgrade your weapon, you go up to forts, get some keys, then beat the trapped old men in giant jail circle things. And that can leave you in a state of monotonous, repetitive labor till you get sick of it. This game has a big problem with that. Now this is the part where I say I don't mind that. But I know for a fact this opinion of enjoying it regardless, because I just like the thrill of the fight, getting better, killing bosses more efficiently, and making Souls-like combat what I live for. This is not an opinion that is shared fondly. I still feel the need to talk about it because despite how I don't mind it, God is the exact same thing. Thank God we have the shifting earth events, or else this really would be the exact same copy-paste run from 50 runs ago. And honestly, it still kinda is. But like I said, that's okay. I'm okay with it. I know people are not okay with it, and yeah, I can see it. But let me tell you what I hate with a passion more than anything. Why is this fucking game literally unplayable? I have a confession for you guys. How many bosses do you think I've killed alone so far? Fucking 1. Because after the first night boss against the gaping jaw, I crash over and over and over again. The goddamn gaping dragon, whatever his name is like one of the slowest and clunkiest bosses, so easy to kill. But it's not that I have to worry about. It's his constant crashing. And not even him, it's just anything. I do anything in this game and I crash. I crash and I crash and I crash. And I know this isn't the average experience for people. I'm just particularly unlucky in this. But that doesn't mean that people aren't experiencing this as well.
Please, it's the hardest part of the challenge. Complete a match without crashing. Holy shit. Oh.
I literally can't go to the training ground sometimes without it crashing. I even timed it. And for a good amount of time, I was in the hole trying to get it to crash there. So this timer could have been even shorter. I tried some fixes people were giving out in the community. Nothing too much like disabling the anti-cheat. Side note, it fucking sucks. But simple stuff like going on potato mode. Look at those beautiful textures. So smooth. And like clockwork, it would do the exact same thing. So it's not a performance problem. I know it isn't a performance problem. My computer is fucking fine. The game just fucking sucks. I didn't get this game on launch because I was on the fritz about it and not being able to duo and all that. But goddamn, these hotfixes should have been done days ago. I couldn't even get to fight the enhanced gaping jaw. You f***s. Stop making random boss but stronger and optimize your f***ing game, you Okay, conclusion. I'll give you a conclusion. This game is really fun. I mean it. But I'll give you a challenge. If you want to play it, you get the game. And if it crashes within the refund timer, refund it. Though, I've seen people and myself say that the first few hours is fine and you shouldn't see problems. So buy at your own risk. But that's it. Now I'm going to try playing this game again and hopefully have a bit... Oh, for